Hi, my name is Appo Jabarian. I'm the executive publisher and managing editor of USA Armenian Life magazine and the Armenian language Hagyang Armenian Weekly here in Los Angeles. Nowadays, the Armenian diaspora, and especially the Armenian American diaspora in Western United States, is going through trying times, challenging times in terms of maintaining its identity as a distinct community because of many negative developments in regards to closures of Armenian schools. And recently, we've had a number of Armenian schools being closed. And most recently, the bombastic news which has created major concern among community members is the closure of AGBU managed and owned Vache and Tamar Manukian High School in Pasadena. I have the distinct pleasure to host a guest tonight, a distinguished guest, Mr. Vosgan Mekhitarian, who has been an investigative reporter, a journalist, and he has been in the forefront in exposing facts and truth about many crucial issues in our community. I'd like to welcome you, Mr. Mekhitarian.
Thank you.
What can you say about the AGBU school closure that was announced recently?
It's a sad situation, and when the public outpoured its anger, it was justified. After all, every single parent, Armenian parent, does sacrifice financially and morally to send their children to Armenian school because they believe that the Armenian school is the best environment to create the identity in that person.
Like it has been said, if you don't want your children to go to prison, send them to school.
That's very true. And we have to go a little bit beyond that because we have identity crisis in diaspora. We're not in Armenia. Therefore, our challenges are magnified in diaspora. Therefore, those who do their utmost to help the school, we have to extend our hand to those parents and be with them, to encourage them to send their children to Armenian school. After all, it's not easy to say that, well, actually, let's put it this way. The challenges are magnitude, as I said, because first of all the public schools are free. So it means that the Armenian family are doing a big sacrifice from their budget. They could have enjoyed that budget personally doing something else, going to vacation. So instead of going to vacation, because they believe that their children has to keep their identity, they're sending them to Armenian school. Therefore, those who are managing the school have to appreciate what the Armenian parents are doing. On the contrary, AGBU, instead of appreciating that, they're doing just the opposite, closing down the schools with the artificial explanation and justification. Obviously, they have lost their focus in this case, and
their sense of mission.
And their sense of mission, definitely, and coming up with an alibi that they have financial deficit, it's unacceptable. AGBU never had, because always manufactured needed more money to AGBU than any other institution.
According to recent reports, reliable reports, AGBU has assets in excess of $500 million, which is like $500 million,
true,
to be specific.
Absolutely true.
So AGBU has no financial crisis, has no financial issue. It has the its major problem is the deviation from its historic mission.
Very true. They lost their vision, period. They don't believe anymore. I've heard that many times. They don't believe in Armenian school.
Well, here we have a crisis now. If the leaders in the names of Bersetrakian, Sinan Sinanian, Yervant Demirjian, and Yakubian, Vosgan Yakubian, if they don't believe in AGBU's historic mission, should they impose their own sense of disoriented direction?
Absolutely not. But the problem is, because it's a separate non-profit corporation entity, it's very hard to challenge them legally.
Back in 1998, I just learned that Bersetrakian, in collusion with Louis Simon, Manoukian Simon, have hijacked the organization by forcing on the General Assembly participants, the delegates, to sign on a document that does away with the original bylaws that was based on membership, rank and file membership, and the original bylaws empowered the members to vote on critical issues
and elect the central committee.
So Bersetrakian and Louis Simon have broken the policy, the long-standing policy of AGBU, by not giving advance notice to the delegates who were supposed to attend the General Assembly, and they surprised them. They broadsided them by a last-minute 11th-hour proposal, and they applied, reportedly, they applied a lot of psychological pressure on the delegates and forced them, literally forced them to sign on the document, allowing the main leaders of AGBU
to have the power
to change the structure and make AGBU no longer a membership-based organization, but also make it like a private organization.
Very true.
So which means Bersetrakian, Vache Manoukian, Yervant Demirjian, and the rest of the company, Sinan Sinanian, and the rest of the junta, they were called junta, by the way, by cardiologist Dr. Harut Mesrobian, who appeared on this channel last week. He's a graduate of Melkonian Educational Institute, and of course, we all know about the scandal, the scandalous closure of Melkonian Educational Institute, which is under the AGBU jurisdiction. So he called them a junta, and he did it rightfully so, because they, Bersetrakian and company, have managed to hijack an entire organization, and now the big question is, AGBU that controls $500 million monetary fund in various funds, how could they be trusted to manage that fund according to their duty? Will they carry out their fiduciary duty to execute the spending of the funds for the express objectives laid out in the mission of the original AGBU? So now many AGBU supporters are insisting that today's AGBU is not the same as before, and they have started abstaining from making any kind of donations.
Contributions, yes.
What do you think about all this?
What you said, Appo, it's absolutely true. As I said just a few minutes ago, unfortunately, it's a non-profit corporation, and the only way will be those who were members in the past and would like to challenge, they have to take the Central Committee to court and challenge them legally. That's the only way. Otherwise, AGBU will continue closing Armenian school.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mekhitarian. Our time is up. We'll meet again tomorrow, and stay tuned.